Next up for United is a trip to Selhurst Park and a tough game against Crystal Palace. After the quite frankly embarrassing level of performance against Everton, what are we going to see against Palace? Let's run through the changes Ruben Amorim is likely to make, the team news and predictions ahead of kickoff on Sunday. Right then, so it's Palace away next for United and it's not going to be an easy game. I don't think any United fan is expecting that at Selhurst Park. I'm going to run through the team news. I'm going to run through how Palace play, what we should expect, where the danger point's going to be, and my prediction. And you can let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think United can win for the first time at Selhurst Park in 5 years? It's going to be a tough one. Before I do get into it, I want to say a big shout out to Botano, who have supported and sponsored United People's TV for a good long time. And we did a giveaway for 2 hospitality tickets for the game against West Ham. Big up to Alex who won those. And we're doing another giveaway for 2 hospitality tickets for the Bournemouth game. All you got to do to enter, click the link in the description, lay a quid on United to beat Palace, and you'll be automatically entered into a draw. It's 18 plus, it's UK only, terms and conditions apply. That's all down there in the comments. But yeah, follow the link and you can get involved. And if United beat Palace, happy days. You get some free bets too. But Palace on Palace on Sunday, man. We've not really had too many enjoyable visits there in a long time. All right. In terms of what's happened this week, Palace actually played Strasbourg in the Conference League on Thursday night in France, and they lost 2-1. Does that mean they're going to be more fatigued than United? Do you think on paper? Yes. But actually, prior to that, they've been banging form. They were undefeated in 5. I've heard that before. And they've had some good results. Palace have been in decent form this season, and right now, look, it's only 2 points in it, I suppose. But they're 5th, we're 10th. And going to this game on Sunday, United fans are nervous. And the fact that I've been seeing United not peddling, but pushing this on socials. Like, we've got to go back to 2018 to talk about a time we had fun at Selhurst Park. Really? We've got to go back that far? That's bad. Now, I really hope that Cunha's fit to start this game because we need him in this starting 11. But there's something I want to run through here, which I think's quite important to understand going into this game, right? Here is the average position for Crystal Palace players against Wolves in their 2-1 win. Look how narrow Pino, Mateta, and Sara. You can see the back 3. You can see the system. Wharton there deeper than was it Kamada. Play further forward. Look at Munoz and look at his heat map. And also look at Tyrick Mitchell and how much deeper he is. And again, you look at the game against Strasbourg. Same sort of things. Well, to be fair, they were a lot more defensive and they lost 2-1. But you can see there, that's a bit strange actually. 2 central defensive positions. But Tyrick Mitchell. And then again, how narrow Pino, Sarr, and Mateta were. It's just something I've noticed and spotted. So, in terms of these starting 11s, right? This was United's starting 11 against Everton. That was Palace's starting 11 against Strasbourg, the last 2 games. What changes will happen? Well, I think that Will Hughes has gone off injured for Crystal Palace, so he's unlikely to start. And yeah, I'm expecting changes for United. We need changes in this team. I tell you what was the most painful thing against Everton? Don't really know, but mate, it's the wing-backs for me right now. When you play full-backs as wing-backs, a back 3 system becomes a back 5 system quite a lot of the time. The players default to it. You can't start Mazraoui at right wing-back. If you're going to play Mazraoui, and he still has a place in this squad, you have to start him. You can't actually see the United subs because they're over here. But I'll bring them on. You can't start him as a wing-back. You just can't do it. So who plays at right wing-back? What options do we have? I know it's a bit of a crap option. You could play Dorgu there. You could play Delo there. But sod that. You're playing Ahmad there, right? Enough of this. Enough of this. Play an aggressive wing. Like, is that going to be dangerous? Could Mitchell go in the overlap? Could Pina go in the overlap? Yeah, sure. Yes. Absolutely. But we need more going forward. Even if it makes us slightly more defensively weak on paper, sod that. Ahmad's got to start. I'll be honest, at left wing back, on paper you might think, this is a time where, look, if Martinez is fit, Luke Shaw can be pushed into left wing back position, and then Martinez can come in at left centre back. Let's put that in on paper. Yeah, maybe on paper, but if I'm going to be looking at a danger man for Crystal Palace, I'm really going to be looking at Munoz. He is going to be a threat down that right-hand side the whole time. So I think if you play Luke Shaw there and Martinez there against probably the player who's going to be on the move the most for Crystal Palace, it feels like the wrong game to do this switch. So as much as I don't like it, my prediction is that I think we'll see Luke Shaw play there, and I think we'll see Diogo Dalot play there. I really don't like it, right? But I think that's going to happen against Crystal Palace. In midfield, it's going to be Casemiro. It's going to be Fernandes. Nothing's really going to change there. Up front, I think there needs to be changes, right? Xerxes, and this is a look. If he's fit, Cunha starts, and if Cunha's up front, then Mount comes in there. That feels quite basic. But I'll tell you what, one of the battles, I suppose, to watch out for sure. Those two. De Ligt on Mateta. Palace will play the ball through to Mateta. He's going to try and hold it up. De Ligt has been very good at being aggressive against centre forwards like that, but Mateta is particularly good at being that target man. So it's going to be tough. I think Wharton's probably going to come in for Will Hughes. I'm guessing you'll get Richards coming in for Canvo down that right-hand side as well, but not really too many changes. Palace are going to be tricky, man. They're going to play quite narrow with their attackers, but then the width comes from the overlapping fullbacks, like a three-at-the-back system. Both teams are going to be playing three at the back. Palace are better at it than we are. Form is not good from... I say form has been good going. But that Everton game just sucked any sort of trust, momentum, confidence, belief out of any United fan. Cunha coming in and playing in the sort of system that we used against Liverpool would be playing a similar way. Let Palace have the first headers, try and win the second balls. I don't know how many second balls you're going to win against Palace. I'll be honest, I'm not particularly confident going into this game. I think that's a slightly better team because we're playing Ahmad as a wing-back. We've got Mount and Mbeumo behind Cunha. It's a better attacking setup. But it's going to be tricky, man. Will this be a game where we see United actually have an advantage from the fact that we have had a week off and Palace have been playing in the Conference League on Thursday? Well, I suppose we'll see. My prediction is actually going to be a 1-1 draw. I can't remember what I predicted on the pod now. Did I predict a draw? I think I did. I can't remember. But I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. I'd love United to win. A win here would be great. I'm not going to say it's going to be the momentum shifter because we just went 5 unbeaten and it didn't really mean anything. This is going to be a tough game. The threat from Palace is going to be down that right-hand side. Munoz is going to hold real width and is going to be a pest the whole game. So whoever does play at left wing-back and left centre-back, and I think it's going to be Shaw and I think it's going to be Dalot, they're going to be busy. You're probably going to have to see Casemiro coming in to cover in space. They're going to have threat. Can we beat them? I think De Ligt against Mateta is a big battle to watch out for. Whether Cunha's fit and whether United actually fancy turning up. I've gone for a 1-1 draw. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. And as I said at the very start, if you want to get involved in that, it's a fantastic prize. Lay a quid on United to beat Palace and you automatically get entered into the draw. Follow the link in the description. Come on, United, beat Palace, please. I feel like I'm begging at this point. Yeah, probably.